Welcome to a moment of serenity and profound understanding. In our lives, there is a constant ebb and flow, a perpetual movement of events, emotions, and thoughts. It's easy to become entangled in the nets of our own minds, to become the architects of our own prisons. But here, we seek liberation. We seek a mantra, not spoken but lived: let life be. This simple phrase is not merely a collection of words, but a key to unlock the depths of our being. It's an invitation to witness life unfolding without the incessant need to control or alter its course. But to embody this mantra, there are layers to unravel, insights to gain, and practices to adopt. In the first part, we will explore the power of acceptance. Acceptance is the fertile ground from which the tree of peace grows. To let life be, we must first accept the present moment. How often do we resist what is, thinking we know better than the dance of the cosmos? We tighten our grip on desires, outcomes, and fears, not realizing that in the clenching, we're suffocating the very experiences we wish to breathe a life into. Acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity. It is an active engagement with reality as it is, not as we would like it to be. When we accept, we are saying yes to participating in the flow of life, yes to whatever the moment brings. It's a form of surrender, a white flag to the universe signaling that we are ready to embrace the full spectrum of existence. But how do we practice acceptance? It begins by observing. Observe your breath, the rise and fall, the way it flows without your command. Can you control the waves of the ocean? No, we stand in awe of their power and surrender to their rhythm. Treat your thoughts and emotions the same way. They are the internal waves, and acceptance is your stand on the shore, watching them without the need to change them. As you cultivate this practice, notice the transformation. The rough edges of life become smoother, not because the world has changed, but because you have. The storms of the mind begin to calm, and in the eye of that storm, you find clarity. This clarity is not the absence of problems, but the presence of peace amidst them. Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons. Now consider the possibility that every moment of resistance is a moment lost, a moment that could have been spent in harmony with the truth of now. What if we could see each challenge not as a blockade but as a stepping stone toward growth? What if the very things we resist are the keys to the doors we've been trying to open? As we let this first lesson settle in, let's prepare to move deeper into our exploration. The mantra, "Let life be," is not just about acceptance, it's about a profound alignment with the heartbeat of the universe. When we return, we'll delve into the art of presence, the power of being fully here, fully alive in the now. Embracing the now, the transformative power of presence in the living tapestry of life. In the second part, we address the art of presence. To let life be, we must be present, for life happens in the now. The past is a memory, the future a projection, but the present is the stage on which the play of life unfolds. How often do we find ourselves rehearsing for moments that have yet to come or replaying scenes from a past that is long gone? Being present is not simply about being physically in a space. It is about being wholly absorbed with all our senses in the moment. It is the difference between watching a sunset and being the sunset, where the colors, the air, and the fading light become a part of us. In this unity, there is no room for the mind's chatter, no space for worry or regret. But presence requires practice. It requires us to tune into the subtle nuances of now. Begin with your senses. What do you hear? The distant laughter of children, the rustle of leaves, the soft whisper of your own heartbeat, what you feel, the weight of your body, the texture of your clothes, the air caressing your skin. This is the fabric of the present, and it is rich with life. Presence is also about engagement. Engage fully with the task at hand, whether it's washing dishes or writing a novel. Give it your undivided attention, not as a chore, but as an act of love, an offering to the moment. In this way, even the mundane becomes sacred, and every act becomes a meditation. The present moment is also where change happens. You cannot change the past nor predict the future, but in the present, you have the power to shape the clay of your life. Each moment is a new brushstroke on the canvas, and presence allows you to paint with intention, with awareness of the colors you choose. Consider the possibility that life is not happening to you, but for you and through you. In presence, you become the co-creator of your experience, dancing in partnership with the rhythm of existence. The moment you are in is always the only moment you have the power to influence, the only moment in which you can sow the seeds of change. Let's pause here for a moment, taking a deep breath, allowing the essence of presence to infuse our being. As we inhale, we are filled with the potential of now, and as we exhale, we release the need for anything other than what is. With this breath, we prepare to explore the next layer of our mantra, the transformation that comes with letting go. Surrendering to serenity. The liberating journey of letting go and trusting life's seasons. In the third part of our journey, we immerse ourselves in the wisdom of letting go. To let life be, we must learn to release our grip on the illusion of control. We hold on to so many things: expectations, judgments, past hurts, and future anxieties. Yet, in holding on, we become bound, restricted from moving freely with the tides of life. Letting go is often misunderstood. It's not about discarding or denying our feelings and experiences. Rather, it's about allowing them to exist without letting them define or consume us. It's recognizing that we are not our thoughts, not our emotions, not the stories we tell ourselves about who we are. Letting go starts with awareness. Become aware of the things you are holding on to. What grudges, fears, or self-imposed identities are you clinging to? Now ask yourself, what purpose do they serve? Are they enhancing your life or obstructing your path to peace? To let go, we must trust. Trust in the flow of life, trust in our innate resilience, and trust that what is meant for us will come to us. When we let go, we make space for the new, for opportunities and experiences that align with our growth and highest good. Practically, letting go can be as simple as changing the narrative in our minds. Instead of saying, "I must have," we say, "I am open to." Instead of, "I fear losing," we say, "I am grateful for having experienced." This shift in language reflects a shift in mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Consider the trees in autumn. They do not cling to their leaves when the time comes. They let them go with grace, knowing that this is the cycle of life, knowing that after the winter, spring comes, bringing new growth and possibilities. Be like the trees. Let go and trust in the seasons of your own life. Letting go also means forgiving others, and, just as importantly, forgiving ourselves. Forgiveness is the balm that heals the wounds of the heart, allowing us to move forward unburdened by the weight of our grievances. As we explore the art of letting go, we find that it is not a one-time act but a continuous process, a daily practice. With each breath, we can choose to release a little more, to trust a little more, to love a little more. Now, let's take a moment to reflect on the things we are ready to release. Feel them loosening their hold as we prepare to delve into the final part of our mantra, the place of trust and inner guidance. Navigating the currents of existence, embracing trust and inner wisdom as the guiding stars of life's voyage. In the fourth and final part, we arrive at the heart of our mantra, trust and inner guidance. To let life be is to trust in the wisdom that resides within us, the voice that whispers beneath the din of our daily lives. It is the navigator that steers us through the fog, the compass that points us toward our true north. Inner guidance is always there, always speaking, but are we listening? The noise of the world is loud, filled with shoulds and shouldn'ts, with the clamor of opinions and expectations. To hear our inner voice, we must cultivate silence, create pockets of stillness in our days where we can connect with our inner selves. Trust in this guidance requires faith. Faith not in a specific outcome, but in the journey itself. It's recognizing that we may not always understand the twists and turns of our path, but that each step has a purpose. Trust is the bridge between our human experience and our divine nature. It's knowing that we are more than the sum of our experiences, that we are connected to a greater whole. How do you foster this trust? By making choices that resonate with your deepest self, by honoring your intuition even when it goes against the grain. It's about being true to yourself in a world that often asks us to conform. Inner guidance also comes from being in alignment with our values and our truth. When our actions reflect our highest self, we move through life with integrity, and this integrity becomes the beacon that lights our way. Trust is also about surrender, not in defeat, but in the acknowledgement that there is a force greater than us at work. It is about doing our part and then stepping back, allowing the universe to do its part. It's like planting a seed. We provide the soil, water, and sunlight, but we cannot pull the seed open. We must trust in the natural process of growth. Inner guidance is not always loud or clear-cut. Sometimes it whispers, and sometimes it speaks in the language of synchronicities and gut feelings. Learning to interpret this language is a skill honed through attention and practice. It requires us to be both fully engaged with life and also slightly detached, observers of the patterns and signs that guide us. Consider the moments when you felt an inexplicable pull in a certain direction, or when, against all logic, you knew what needed to be done. These are the instances of your inner guidance at work. Reflect on those outcomes. More often than not, they lead you to a place of greater understanding and growth, even if the road was not straightforward. As we trust in our inner guidance, we also learn to release our attachment to specific outcomes. We set intentions, yes, but we remain open to the journey taking a different form than we anticipated. This openness is not weakness, it is strength. It is the strength to adapt, to be resilient, and to find joy and lessons in the unexpected. Think of life as a river. Our inner guidance is the current that propels us forward. We can fight against it, exhausting ourselves, or we can let go, trust in its power, and use our energy to navigate the waters. When we align with the current, when we let life be, our journey becomes one of grace and ease. And in this trust, there is a profound freedom, the freedom to be who we are, to live authentically, and to embrace the fullness of our human experience. When we trust, we step into a space of vulnerability, and in that vulnerability lies our greatest strength and potential for connection. This trust extends not only to ourselves but to others and to life as a whole. It's a recognition of the interconnectedness of all things, the web of life of which we are a part. When we trust, we say yes to the dance of creation, to the infinite possibilities that life offers. As we conclude this exploration of the mantra, "Let life be," let's sit with the insights we've garnered. Let's breathe into the space of acceptance, presence, letting go, and trust. Let's allow these principles to permeate our being, to become not just concepts, but lived realities.